Hey, good morning, gentlemen. It's the 18th. Wish my suegra, my mother-in-law, that's mother-in-law in Spanish, wish her a happy 76th birthday today. She should be on her way by now, not by now, in a couple hours, on her way to Mexico City to have a great time. I am rolling through my neighborhood. I'll show you. Those are some of the Halloween decorations that are up. And it is Friday, so happy Friday to all of you guys. Nothing dramatic to say other than the fact that there is a full moon up there, big old full moon. I was earlier in the week, I was kind of ranting on about people trying to talk to you about money, and instead of just helping you, they always got their hand out. It makes no sense to me. And again, this is more about money matters. I'll title this Happy Friday Money Matters. Money Matters and Happy Friday. If you're going to help somebody and you've already made an obscene amount of money from where you came from, why don't you just help people and not stick your hand out asking for money or asking them to take your course? And I can't be as experienced or know as much as some of these 20-something, 30-something young guys, because I've only been investing for 41 years. And I have some quirks. That's my neighbor, one of my neighbors' security alarm going off. I have some quirks about it, and I'll tell you some of the things that I do. And I only do it because I have been without, and I remember being poor. I remember being homeless with a wife, and well, at that time I thought they were my sons. Wife and 2 kids. I remember the mental anguish as a man you put yourself through because you're supposed to provide. Anyways, I don't keep probably more than, mine's $100K, $100,000. And I want to tell you something also. When you have a lot of money, people go out of their way to help you with moving that money offshore in what they call tax havens, getting you high interest savings accounts, high interest checking accounts. People go out of their way once they figure out you have money on how to help you. I never keep, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you I never do it, and I don't have a logical explanation for it, but I never keep more than $100,000 in an account. Can you tell I'm going uphill? Look at that moon. That moon is out there. Anyways, and the reason I do that is because I don't want any single individual to not only have access in general to how much money I have, but on top of that, to be able to tell someone else in the financial industry, or as part of my former profession, being a fucking bad guy, to tell them. And look, I'm gonna walk here out in the street so I can make my point. If you don't think people know how much money you have in any of your accounts, you're out of your mind. So I do that. For me, I think it's keeping a low profile, although I'm pretty sure not too many people have $100,000 in a checking and savings account. The other thing I do, because I'm what they call pinche codo, which is a bit of a tightwad, is I use credit unions and I do not use banking institutions, because a credit union, I finally made it to the top of the hill. This is my turn to go down the long hill, so I'll be able to not talk like I don't have any breath. Banks are for profit. Banks will needle you with a fee here and a fee there, and they just sit around and dream up fucking fees to give it to you. Now, credit union, the notion of a credit union is we're all in this together. Wow, that moon is bright. It's cool. It's nice. To say, all that to say this. They don't have as many fees. Is it any better? No. Credit unions can be as terrible at customer service as any fucking banking institution. I can tell you the last bank I had any money in was way back when I was a Mason. And I was up there in the Masons. And I joined the Masonic Lodge 1 because a lot of the Secret Service members I was working with at the time, United States Secret Service members I was working with, the TSD division, were in it, and they sent 3 guys over to the house to interview me. Anyway, but all I will tell you is that this is no, I am no longer a Mason. And the reason I am no longer a Mason is because they asked me to do something I just won't do. And I'm a bad guy. I'm a former bad guy. I'm not a bad guy anymore. Oh, well, unless I'm forced to defend myself, then I'm a real bad guy. But that has nothing to do with the money. But I was in a bank called Wells Fargo. My God, that banking institution, how it stays in business is beyond me. I mean, they are, and banks are pretty scummy. Banks will do or say anything to get your money, keep your money. I can't remember, I had to have a certain amount of money, keep it in the savings account, or they'd close my account and charge you fees and all this kind of stuff. And anyways, it's unrealistic. And here's the other thing. If you can see it behind me when the car lights it up, every home where I live has a wall around it. And then it has walls separating it from the other houses, showing you the property's boundary lines. It's not, geez, that guy's got his brights on. But it's just, anyway. So all this to say that when I do my weekly dividend reinvestment plan stocks review, I don't hide anything from you. If we have a bad week, we have a bad week. And if we have a great week, we have a great week. And I do that so I can show you tangible, objective evidence that we're literally making money. Our money's making money. Now, same with my investments. If I invest in a set of stocks, I don't put any more money in there than $100,000, and I invest in another account. And I've been investing since 1983. And for those of you who are funny, it's not 1883 like the series, like the Taylor Sheridan series, 1883, 1983. So I've amassed some money, and every time, and again, I'm going to change this, I'm going to transition or segue into a new little bit. That new segue is I didn't have anybody to help me. And here, when I really like telling these things because I don't want anybody to feel sorry for feel sorry for me, and I'm not feeling sorry for myself. But when my first experience with money was I managed to save up $5,000, and that's what you had to have to open an account. I can't remember. Charles Schwab. It was fucking Charles Schwab. Those fucking pricks. And that's back when you could make money in mutual funds. And they got me front-loaded, back-loaded. What was it? What's it? 129 fees. They gobbled up my $5,000 and made me look fucking stupid. And at that same point in time, that's the time when I didn't have anybody telling me or helping me with money. So all the things I had to learn, I learned the hard way. And it's very deflating to find out that you're an idiot with money when you got a 29% loan on a car from I can't remember the name of the dealership. It's off Route 1 in Alexandria, Virginia. They had and back in the day they had and I gave them $5,000 that I had. I took one of my, anyways, doesn't matter, because they said I had to have a down payment because I didn't have enough credit. Anyways, so the only person that helped me was the manager of the credit union when she saw the loan that I got from the dealership, the fucking stealership. And if you ever want to see somebody be absolutely ruthless, I am absolutely ruthless with dealership or car dealers. I will get up and fucking walk out in a heartbeat. Fuck those guys. They're fucking leeches. They're ticks on the community. They don't produce the car. They don't do shit except for maybe do a few oil changes and fix a car here and there. Minor shit that they can fix with their mechanics. And they charge an arm. Hey, I'm getting off on point. So what I'm saying is once I figured it out, I started making money. And I would do all kinds of jobs. Whatever it took to make as much money as I could. Here again, I'm just walking next to a wall this entire time. I've had a wall. Across the street is another walled community. It's one of the reasons I like this neighborhood. Anyway, so my point is, if you get to a place to where you're making, I have all the money I need for the rest of my life. I don't need money from anybody. I don't need benefits from somebody else. Did I do some things that we're not going to talk about to make my money? Well, that's between me and God. Whenever I have to go see him and try to make excuses for the stupid, bad shit I did before I have to, what we call it, stand before the man. So. But that's why I think it is, at best, disingenuous for someone to hold themselves out in the community, especially the manosphere, as they're going to help you with your money, but they're always going to have their hand out. You know, I tell you, the secrets, the super ultra mega secrets to getting or making money, but you got to buy my program. You got to buy my plan, my get-rich-quick scheme. And then on top of that, there's tiers. There's different levels to this. There's an entry level, your basic level, a bronze level, a silver level, a gold level, a platinum level, a diamond level. They'll just keep thinking up levels to the bullshit rather than just fucking help you. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to anybody. I don't want to have to look somebody in the eye when they realize you've took advantage of them. So that's it. That's my big statement for the morning. I cannot tell you how nice it is. I like being out here with not a lot of people. One of the things that I like about El Paso is just about all the people that are rolling by me are in work trucks. And these are the guys that are going out and making sure, the good men in my community that are going out there and making sure when I flick the light switch on, the lights fucking come on. When I turn my water tap on, water comes out. Not only does water come out, but it's water that I can drink from the tap. Just a few miles from here, I'll show you, I'll stop and show you. Just a few miles from here, you see those lights in the distance. That's Ciudad Juarez. They can't drink out of the tap down there because they don't do infrastructure. Anyways, so I promise you, I'm trying to help you without ever asking you for anything or taking anything from you. You don't owe me anything. And I want it to stay that way, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you agree with me, you don't like what I have to say. But I prove, and I will continue to prove, that I'm not lying about money. And that's why I do the dividend reinvestment plan stocks review every week. Every week. And you can go back to 2022 and trace it to when I started out. So, and we've made a considerable amount of money for the shitty administration that we have right now. So I'm almost to turn. I'm almost on my way down to the bottom of the hill. I truly do love you guys, and I know what it's like not to have a good male figure in your life. Mine were drug dealers, pimps, thugs, robbers, bank robbers, stick-up men, bag men, that kind of stuff. Those were the guys I grew up around. And they were always rich and powerful till they got their asses thrown in jail. Oh, this is the dog. Why they leave their dogs out, I don't know. I'll show you. He's over here roaming around. Good morning. Oh, good morning. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. That one there. I believe it's a male and a female dog down there. So I just remember, I know what it's like not to have anybody to ask questions to that you can trust. And I'm not saying you should trust me. I'm just saying that I'm giving you the information and I'm showing you objective proof that you can trust that information. It's not a rug pull. Man, I can't tell you how they got me, and I don't want to admit it, but they got me with the coins. They got me with many of the coins of the rug pulls, and having the people go out there and push their coins that I respected, or I thought I respected, only to find out they knew less about money than I do. So it is what it is. If you happen to come into a lot of money and you figure out this thing we call life, and you start saving a lot of money, if you start getting around $100,000, I think it will be well worth your benefit to get with, find, and getting ready to go way down that way. And again, here's the walls. Oh, here's the walls. That's about what, a 12, 15 foot wall. And those are the walls here in the city. Important for you to find by word of mouth, by reputation, a good T&E attorney. And I believe in the power of 3. So I would interview 3 different T&E attorneys. That's tax and estate attorneys. And what they'll do is you're going to tell them you have some money that you want to protect. And that should be all you need to tell them. Now, there are banking institutions that live 12 miles off the U.S. coast. There are banking institutions in Panama that I could direct you to, but I will not do that. You have to find that on your own. I'm not taking part in any of that kind of stuff. But once you have a significant amount of money, people will get in line to help you. Now, they're going to take a bite out of your money, but mine is not where I have an account with them. I want them to set everything up. I will pay them more than keeping them on retainer. I only keep a criminal defense attorney on retainer, and that's the Jim Darnell group here in El Paso, Texas, just in case I get in trouble. I also use Texas Law Shield. Those are the only 2 that I keep on retainer on an annual basis. Other than that, I pay a flat fee. You do what I want, everything's in my name, and then I take that paperwork to another attorney to check it to make sure it's legit. And that's it. And once these little things are up and running, you can get a check from a company. Anyways, I'll leave that alone. So that's my sad little story, and I'm just trying to tell you again that you don't owe me anything. I'm not ever going to take anything from you. I'm not going to ask you for anything, because I don't fucking need anything from you. And I tell you what, it upsets me. It upsets me a lot when I deal with car dealerships and they put fucking nitrogen in your car. You get these fucking scumbags out there selling you a coin. Jake Paul and all of them fucking scumbags. I like guys like CoffeeZilla. I don't know if it's Voidzilla, what he calls himself now. And these guys don't know shit, but they have a program. And all they're doing is it's just a multi-level marketing scheme to get you in there. And they'll get in there and they'll say, here's some free information. You know, look both ways before you cross the street. Don't take and try to use a wood nickel. This is just absolute bullshit. All right, I'm getting animated. All right, I got to go up this hill. Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourself. You have to stay in shape. God knows what's going to happen in the next few months. God knows what's going on in Taiwan. God knows what the world's going to do. But I believe, if you ever heard about it, that we're in the 4th turning. Again, love you guys. Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.